Let's now discuss CVP analysis with changes in cost structure. So this is problem 3. So medyo ni-rephrase ko lang dito, no? So the Dawn company sold 100,000 units of its product at 20 pesos per unit. Variable costs are 14 pesos per unit, 11 pesos for manufacturing, and 3 pesos for marketing. Fixed costs are 792,000, manufacturing 500,000, marketing 292,000. So again, para mas madali nating maintindihan yung ating problem, i-express natin siya, yung given data, as an incomplete income statement as shown here. So yan. So base sa ating problem, no, yan lang yung maano natin, yung magagather natin, no? Fixed cost and expenses 792,000. Tapos sales per unit is 20, variable cost and expenses is 14. So yun na, no? And then sales volume is 100,000 units. So, kukumpletuhin natin ngayon yung income statement na ginawa natin. So, eto nga siya, nireproduce ko siya. So, for total sales, so medyo madali yun, ano? Sales per unit, 20 pesos times 100,000 units. Oh, medyo nagkamali ako dito, no? May peso sign, but that's units, no? So, 2 million pesos yung ating total sales. Variable cost expense ratio, gagamitin natin yung per unit kasi yun lang yung given. So, 14/20, 70% yung variable cost expense ratio. Total variable cost and expenses is 70% of 2 million. So, ginamit natin yung dalawang na-compute natin kaninang amount. So, total variable cost and expenses is 1,400,000. So, ito na yung partially completed nating income statement base sa solution natin dun sa naunang slide. No? So, meron tayong sales na 2 million, variable cost and expense ratio of 70%, and variable cost and expenses of 1,400,000. So, ituloy natin yung pag-complete. Contribution margin ratio, pwedeng subtraction, 100% less 70% is 30%. Contribution margin per unit is 20 pesos na selling price per unit times yung kinumpute natin contribution margin ratio na 30%. Or pwede ring simple subtraction yung per unit, 20 pesos less 14 pesos. No? So both computation will give you 6 pesos as the contribution margin per unit. Total contribution margin, subtraction, 2 million less 1,400,000 is 600,000. Pwede rin siyang 2 million times the ratio na nakinumpute natin kanina sa taas, yung 30% na contribution margin ratio mo. So, multiply mo siya dun sa sales na 2 million. So, that will also give you 600,000 as the amount of total CM. Also, pwede rin siya, no, yung total contribution margin mo, yung 6 pesos na kinumpute natin contribution margin per unit, multiply mo siya sa sales volume na 100,000 units, ang ibibigay niya rin sa yung amount is 600,000. So, yan, ano, pinapresent ko yung ilang mga alternative solution na pwede mong magawa kapag kabisado mo yung variable costing income statement. Okay, so ito na yung ating completed variable costing income statement. So please take note, ano yung operating income natin is negative, no? So loss siya, 192,000. So the first requirement of problem 3 is the break-even point in units and in pesos. So again, at break-even point, fixed cost and expenses is equal to contribution margin. So ibig sabihin, ang contribution margin natin in total at break-even point is 792,000. Break-even point in pesos is contribution margin at break-even point divided by contribution margin ratio. So we substitute 792,000 divided by contribution margin ratio of 30%. So our break-even point in pesos is 2,640,000 pesos. Break-even point in units is yung break-even point in pesos mo, divide mo sa selling price per unit. So substitute 2,640,000 divided by 20 pesos, 132,000 ang break-even point in units. Alternative solution for number 1. Yan, so nagpe-present tayo ng iba't ibang solution para magamay mo yung relationships ng mga elements sa contribution margin income statement. So, break-even point in units is total contribution margin at break-even point divided by contribution margin per unit. So, alam natin na ang ating total contribution margin at break-even point from the previous slide is 792,000 divided by 6 pesos contribution margin per unit. So, ang ating break-even point in units is 132,000. Break-even point in pesos is break-even point in units times selling price per unit. So, we substitute 132,000 times 20 pesos is 2,640,000. So, ito yung ating break-even point in pesos, which is similar dun sa nasa book mo at nandun sa ating previous slide. Requirement 2. The number of units that must be sold to earn an income of 60,000 before income tax. Okay? So, yun yung requirement 2 natin. So, let's solve. Ang ating target total contribution margin may be computed as the target pre-tax income plus the fixed cost and expenses. So, we substitute. Ang ating target pre-tax income, 60,000, plus the fixed cost and expenses of 792,000. So, this means ang ating target total contribution margin sa requirement 2 is 852,000. Sales volume equals target total contribution margin divided by contribution margin per unit. So that means 852,000 divided by 6. So ang ating target sales volume to earn 60,000 pre-tax income is 142,000 units. Requirement 3. The number of units that must be sold to earn an after-tax income of 90,000. Income tax rate is 40%. So let's solve. Target pre-tax or before-tax income may be computed by dividing the target after-tax income by 100% less 40%. No? So, bakit ganyan? Kasi nga, yung ating target after-tax income is actually 60% lang ng ating target pre-tax income. So, we substitute 90,000 pesos divided by 60%. This means our target pre-tax income is 150,000. Next, following the procedures from the previous requirement, yung naunang slide. So, ang ating target contribution margin is 150,000 target pre-tax income plus fixed cost. So, yun yung numerator natin. 150,000 plus 792. Yan po yung ating target contribution margin. Divided by contribution margin per unit na 6 pesos. Kaya ang ating sagot sa requirement 2 is 157,000 units. Requirement 4, the number of units required to break even if there is a 10% increase in wages and salaries. Labor cost constitutes 50% of variable cost and 20% of fixed cost. So magkakaroon ng increase sa pasweldo, which is 10%, no, yung ating increase. So, ang mag-i-increase yung salaries at yung wages. So, medyo komplikado ng konti yung solution. Okay, unahin natin yung variable cost, no? So, formerly, ang ating variable cost per unit ay 14 pesos. At ang mangyayari is dadagdagan natin ng 10% yung 50% ng variable cost per unit. Kasi sabi sa ating problem, labor cost is 50% of variable cost. Kaya ang solution natin, 14 pesos plus 10% ng 50% ng 14 pesos. Okay? So, ang ating new variable cost per unit is 14 pesos and 70 centavos. Which means, ang ating bagong contribution margin per unit is 5 pesos and 30 centavos, no? So, selling price of 20 less than new variable cost per unit, 14.70. So, 5 pesos and 30 centavos. New fixed cost and expenses. So, yung dating 792,000, dadagdagan natin. Sabi sa ating problem, 20% ng fixed cost, yun yung salaries na magkakaroon ng dagdag na 10%. So, kaya ang solution natin is 792,000 plus kukunin natin yung 20% ng 792,000 at kukunin natin yung 10% nun kasi yung madadagdag. So, ang ating bagong fixed cost is 807,840. New break-even point in units is 807,840. So, yun yung na-compute natin dyan sa third bullet, yung new fixed cost. Alam nga natin na at break-even, fixed cost equals contribution margin. So, ang contribution margin natin is 807,840 at break-even divided by the contribution margin per unit, which is 530. So, ibig sabihin, ang ating new break-even point in units is 152,423.